Ready for my pirouette, guys? Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cute. Hi guys, this is Carla. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna make something fun. I mean, not that wedding dresses aren't fun, but so I'm actually working on a couple wedding dresses right now, but I can't show you those until after my clients' weddings, of course, because we don't want to spoil it. But I've been seeing this ballerina skirt everywhere and I've been wanting to make it for myself. So I can't remember the name of the designer actually. Anyway, I'm obsessed with the skirt. I've been wanting to make it. I just like haven't had the time, but since I can't really move on from my other. So basically it's a wrap skirt. I mean, you know those skirts that the ballerinas wear? So yes, it is another circle skirt, but this is a little different. It wraps around and it doesn't need a zipper. You won't have any kind of side seams or center back seams. Nothing. So this should be pretty easy. Oh, by the way, we're gonna draft this. So I'm gonna walk you through it, and then for now we're gonna take measurements. So first you're gonna need the circumference, which is basically your waist measurements. I'm gonna try to do this fast because I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long. So I have 25. So you know how this is your center front. So this, again, the skirt is gonna overlap. I want it to overlap about 4 inches from the center front. So let's do that. Center front to side seam 7. And then you're gonna need the center front length. So I really like the length of the skirt. It's not too short, pretty decent. So this is 12 and a half. So 12 and a half. So I want, basically based on that measurement, I just want the back to be about like an inch longer than the front. You know, for coverage. I mean, I don't really have that booty to like what else, but let's add an inch. So let's do 13 and a half for the back, right? So I have circumference, center front to side, center front length, and then center front back. And then we can start. Oh no, I lied. Actually, you know what? We need the radius. So we're gonna do a little bit of math, okay? But I swear to God, after this, that's it. This is the only thing we have all our measurements except for our radius, which is what we need to create our circle skirt, right? So I promise I'm gonna explain this super easy. So radius is basically this measurement, half of your circle, right? So right now, let's go here first. This is the original circumference that we have. So this is your center back, and this is your center front. The original measurement that I have is 25. That's the actual measurement of my waist. But remember, we want the skirt to overlap. That means if my circumference is 25 plus 4 inches of fabric going this way, and then another 4 inches going that way, because it wraps like this, right? That would then be 25 plus 8, because it's 4 here and then 4 here, plus 8, which is 33 inches. 33 inches is now my new circumference. So 33 inches. To get this, to draft this circle, we need the radius. To get the radius is circumference over 2 times pi. Pi is this. This is 3.14. Right? Remember school? I promise this is it. After this, it will be super easy. So right now we don't have a radius. We have the circumference of 33. And then 3.14 times 2 is 6.28. 6.28, right? If we're going to divide that, so 33 divided by 6.28 equals, for mine, is 5.25. So that's what? 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter. This is my number that I need to create the circle. Right? So let's start. So you always want to start with your grain line. So we want the back to be 13 and a half, which is right here. Okay? This is our center back. So remember, my radius is 5 and a quarter. So what I'm gonna do is from here, this is our center back waist. That's where it starts. 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 is here. Right? So now you're gonna go ahead and just create half a circle. Okay, so this is why you need your radius. So this is 5 1/4 here to here, and once I measure this, so this is gonna be the fold, by the way, center back fold, because we're gonna be cutting this on fold. So here I'm just double checking the measurement around the half circle that we just created, which should be about 16.5. So this is gonna be our front opening. And remember, this is 4 inches away from the center front. So what we're gonna do is measure 4 inches. So 4 inches here to here. It's right here. This is now our center front. So, and then we have center front to side. For mine, it's 7 inches. So center front to our non-existent side seam. Is here. So this is side. So I want my center front to be at 12.5. So looking at this skirt again, I want this side to be so much shorter. So I want that at, if the center front is 12, I want it to be like about 2 inches shorter actually. So that's 10.5. And then we can always adjust as we go. So if the front is 12.5, this is 10.5. And then this is 13.5. We kind of just want this to smoothly blend, right? Which means our side will be like 12 3/4 around here. Now you can add your seam allowance. Now we're ready to cut. Here is the skirt. After cutting it, I'm gonna go ahead and try it on. See if I like it before I sew anything. So I love it. This is so freaking cute. Ah. OMG. Woo. I'm ready to do a pirouette. Ah, I can't. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh, yes. All right, let's go make the waistband. Yes. For the strip, for the waistband that wraps around the waist, if you look at the fabric here, I'm literally just gonna rip it along the weft. Yeah, it's just gonna be 2 strips of fabric. Okay, so easy, right? The width is about like 60 inches. So I think I'm gonna cut out 2 pieces, so that's 120 inches, which is not bad. That should be good enough. So yeah, we're gonna cut 2 pieces of this because we're just gonna fold over the waistband. So give me a quarter. I want it to be about an inch wide. Okay, that's good. So I'm literally just gonna fold it like this. Like it. And then make another one. I don't know why I waited so long to make this skirt when it's like super easy. Alright, so here are our 2 strips. I'm gonna go ahead and iron this and then we can start sewing. Yay! And since this skirt doesn't have a zipper, I can actually go on and clean finish the center front opening and then baby roll hem the rest of the hem before moving on to attaching the waistband onto the waist of the skirt. So for a much cleaner look, I opted to do the baby hem method onto the center front opening as well as the rest of the hem. By the way, there is a rolled hem foot that you can use for this. Obviously, it will make the whole process faster. However, I don't have the foot and I refuse to buy it. Probably because I actually prefer doing it manually. I know it's more time consuming, but especially for curved hems like this one, it just gives me better results. After joining the 2 strips for our waistband, I then fold it lengthwise with right sides together and sew the tail part of the straps until I'm about 16 1/4 away from the center back seam, and then repeat the process to the other side of the strap. I then turn the tail of the waistband inside out using a loop turner, press it, and then I'm ready to attach it to the waistband. I like to start by matching the center back seam of the waistband onto the notch that I created on the center back skirt and then work my way out. Also, don't be afraid to pin like a maniac, especially using fabrics like satin. It's just so slippery. Trust me, pins are your best friends. So to have a clean finish on the interior side of my waistband, I'm gonna go ahead and fold it about 1/4 in, sandwiching the waist in between the waistband. As I am folding the back part of the waistband, I make sure that I let it go a little bit past the stitch line. That way when I edge stitch it from the front, I have enough fabric to catch that fold I just created. And voila! Oh my god, I'm so excited to put it on!
Wonder if you spend the winter all alone, yeah. Cause I don't bleeds fall. I don't bleeds fall.
Yeah. See, had to ask a question if you happy, girl. I'll change your mind anytime in this happy world. Let's go and kick it, you and me, and see what love unfurls. Cause girl, I bet you love some tugging on them lovely curls.